Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. One of the more intriguing and dynamic prospects in the 2024 cycle is set to commit August 5th this Saturday and is probably Michigan's top remaining target on their board in 2024. We're talking four-star wide receiver Gatlin Bear from the state of Idaho, 6'2", 180 pounds. And if you guys are following Michigan recruiting relatively closely, you know Gatlin Bear and you know what he brings to the table. 10-200 meter dash time speed. This dude is the fastest player in the 2024 class. And you talk about what he can bring to this Michigan football program on the offensive side of the ball, really what a lot of Michigan fans have been looking for. A lot of our talking points during the offseason, there has not been a lot that's gone wrong with Michigan football the last 2 years, right? Back-to-back Big Ten titles, back-to-back beating Ohio State, back-to-back college football playoff appearances. One thing that we've kind of been banging the table for, just asking Michigan to kind of improve on heading into 2023, is some of that explosiveness in the passing game, right? Working vertically downfield. A guy like Gatlin Bear, you talk about a personnel, a player that can help bring that to the table. I don't know if you could find a better prospect than a dude like Gatlin Bear. Now, before we get into Gatlin Bear, talking a little bit about what we're hearing on the recruiting trail, and then diving into the film, talking about what Gatlin Bear brings to the table. Just want to say thank you to you guys. Y'all know I love a couple things, right? Michigan football, and I love talking high school recruiting. Those who've been rocking with the boys all summer long, talking the recruiting trail, talking this Michigan 2024 class. Can't thank you guys enough. So if you do enjoy the content and you enjoy the updates, consider subscribing to the channel. And more importantly, we'll be back Saturday night talking about Gatlin Bear's commitment, and hopefully we're wearing the jerseys that signify the commitment. Now, let's get into Gatlin Bear. I think this is a guy that I guess we'll talk first about the recruiting and what we're hearing, right? He listed his top 5 programs: Oregon, TCU, Nebraska, Michigan, and Boise State. From what you're hearing, it's down to 2 schools: Boise State, Michigan, and from what the insiders are saying, it's a 50-50 split here. Boise State, the in-state school, kind of selling the hometown hero aspect of it. Now, Michigan's got a lot of things going their way too, right? You think about one of the best players on Michigan's offense heading into 2023, tight end Colston Loveland, also from the state of Idaho. So there's a connection there. There's a connection with guys from Idaho coming to Michigan and kind of taking off. And I think Jim Harbaugh's put a lot of emphasis on this recruitment and really has made Gatlin Bear feel like a priority, and kind of selling him on the same things that we're kind of talking about. Come be a part of helping Michigan's passing game kind of bring that explosiveness that we're looking for. And I think that resonates in a really big way. Now, we really don't know where he's going. It sounds like it is down to 2-2, 50-50 between Boise State and Michigan. And I'm sitting here saying I like Michigan's chances at winning this one out. We'll talk about it when it happens Saturday. But I want to talk more about what Gatlin Bear could bring to this program, right? You take a look at the film, and we talk about the 10-200 meter dash time. You talk about him being the fastest player in this 2024 class. He's more than just a track star. You turn on the film and you see a guy that, don't forget, he's 6'2", 180 pounds. He has a very, very big and physical frame, and you see him use that too. Not only can he just leave defenders in the dust, but when it comes up to making contested catches, using that big body, having that body control, you see that on the screen as well. Now, don't get it twisted. Speed is also his game, and you're going to see right here, one, a polished route runner. Like, you wouldn't think, like, okay, track star from the state of Idaho, maybe just kind of using that big body and speed to win. You're going to see a really nice clean route. You're going to see some really nice hands over the middle of the field. And then again, when it's time to put on the burners, you have to be perfect if you're a safety using those angles. Because if you are not perfect, Gatlin Bear after the catch is going to hurt you, and he's going to hurt you a big way. Going to see him as a punt returner as well. And what I love most about Gatlin Bear, he is kind of a bear after the catch. No pun intended, right? I mean, he's hard to bring down. Again, 6'2" frame, probably going to put on some weight as well. Burners to the sideline again when it is time to have him kind of hit the gas. Like, there's nobody better in the country in terms of just running by people and turning on those juices. Now, see him working vertically. This is probably where he excels the most. I'm just going to run right by a defensive back and win that for a touchdown. But you see him track the ball relatively nicely. Again, you're going to see they're pretty much putting a safety right over top of him. You kind of have to. And he's going to go up and make a play. That's like, I think my favorite part about the game, not only is his speed and how good he is after the catch, and you're going to see like he can change direction, make people miss too. But what I love most about Gatlin Bear is the physicality that he plays with. A lot of guys at the high school level that you see running well, you don't see many people running the track times that Gatlin Bear runs, but a lot of times when you do hear about this made me laugh when I was digging into the film earlier. We're going to go back and you're going to see them pretty much just giving him like the Megatron Kelvin Johnson treatment. Like you got Gatlin Bear, you got press coverage, you got a safety. This is legitimately the Kelvin Johnson treatment, and he's still going to win. Gatlin Bear, what I love most about him, getting back to that point, you're going to see him just absolute dog and blocking. And like Michigan football, you're going to ask your wide receivers to block, and Gatlin Bear is that kind of guy. Now, what I love most about Gatlin Bear is not only is he the fastest player in the country, but he's also a guy that when you see a lot of these high school wide receivers coming in boasting those really good track times, normally they're just pretty reliant on that speed and they're smaller guys. Gatlin Bear, 6'2", 180 pounds, in really, really good absorbing contact, running through tacklers. He's a guy that not only stretches the field vertically, kind of like a Roman Wilson kind of guy, but he's also a dude that when it comes to trying to bring this guy down, he's very twitched up. He's a very physical runner, and he can make that kind of stuff happen as well. Again, seeing him work vertically, tracks the ball extremely well. Gatlin Bear is kind of the crown jewel, I guess, in this Michigan class that's left on the board. And you talk about this Michigan 2024 class, you have your quarterback one, you have dominant offensive line group, you have two really good tight ends in Brady Prescore and Hogan Hansen. The defense, we're filling out that cornerback room, but other than that, you feel really good about what we have on defense. The last guy, we have Channing Goodwin, but I feel like the last guy to really round out this Michigan 2024 class is an elite wide receiver. In Gatlin Bear, I think certainly could be that like cherry on top of what's already been just a phenomenal class for Michigan in 2024. We're going to find out August 5th, Saturday night. If he does commit to Michigan, you'll catch us back recapping it, probably watch his highlights again just for fun. Appreciate you guys checking the boys out, though. Again, if you do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Appreciate y'all rocking with the boys, and we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.